Hey guys, it's Arcade and I'm back with another tutorial. It's been a while because, well, I didn't really feel like doing any more tutorials, but I finally decided to do a new one. This one, really important, and I don't know, maybe it's not gonna be that great because it's really simple. You may already know this, but maybe you don't. And as I said, it's a really simple thing, but it's really important to know. So it's kind of like one of those things that are really easy once you know them. So I'm gonna show you, like, this tutorial. Basically, I'm gonna show you how to do mixing, and you don't need any fancy plugins. You don't need no compression, and not much EQ either. Basically, the best way to do mix in your song is just messing with the volume, and it's pretty straightforward. And you probably know that, but I'm just gonna show you exactly what I mean by that. So here's my example song. Then I'm gonna show you the mixing on, and I'm just gonna play it now. So yeah, that's like pretty much it. Yeah. So I'm gonna show you how I did the mixing on this song. So it's already done. I don't know if you could hear that, but it's a few basic steps, and your songs may sound pretty professional. Definitely as professional as this one sounds. I don't know if that's professional enough for you, but it's definitely professional enough for me. So I'm gonna show you how I start every song now. So I'm gonna choose a kick. I mean, you can change this kick later, but you have to start with a kick because it's you're basing everything off a kick. So I use Kick Nicky Romero plugin. It's a great plugin for kicks, but you don't need to have this plugin. It's just what I use. So then once you choose your kick, for now, you're gonna go to master, or you can just go to your kick channel, but I'm gonna go to master, and as you can see, I already have it here, but I'm gonna place a new plugin, and it's going to be Wave Candy. It's a FL Studio plugin, so everyone should have it. But you can do this in other softwares as well. So I'm gonna choose Wave Candy, then I'm gonna go to presets and Big Matter. Just gonna make it bigger. And then basically I'm gonna play the kick, and I'm gonna see the volume. So basically, Wave Candy shows you the decibels. It's like better version of this here. You can see it here as well, but it's smaller, so I prefer using Wave Candy. It's more precise. So you see this kick is at -6 decibels, or I set it there because you could set it to different decibels, but -6 works good. Yeah, so let's do -6, okay. And basically, all the other sounds in your song should be under -6. So the kick has to be the loudest sound in your song. And that's pretty much the basic thing that you need to know. So once your kick is -6, you're gonna go choose your other sounds and tweak them so they are less than that. So here I have my first layer of lead. And as you can see, it's like -11. And then the second layer. That one's almost -6, but it's not quite. And it's also sign changed, so it's gonna be even lower when the kick hits. But that's not important for now. Together they are at -6. Sometimes they go higher, but that doesn't matter really. The sounds by themselves have to be lower. So as you can see, the bass is like way above at the -17. And all the other sounds too. So the kick is -6 and all the other sounds are below that. And the sounds you wanna have, the sounds you want people to hear more, obviously they will be the louder ones. So I want people to hear the leads, so that's why they are almost at -6 as well as the kick. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's pretty much mixing for you. For me, well, that's what I do when it comes to mixing. And one more thing I do is I have one bass, which is this one, and then all the other sounds, they don't need any bass, because this bass already does its job. So what I do is I delete the bass from all the other sounds. So the leads, basically I put fruity parametric EQ2 here and change this to high pass and change this and just delete the bass, so there won't be any bass, no low frequencies. And this sound doesn't have any anyway, but you should always just delete them just in case there are some. And as you can see, these sounds also have it deleted, because if they didn't, there would be a lot of bass. But we don't want that because we already have a bass. So that bass is important for us, because if we didn't delete the low frequencies, these basses, all of them would just overlap and it would be a total disaster. So just have one bass and delete all the low frequencies on other sounds, except the kick. The kick can have low frequencies as well, but it should also sidechain the bass, which means I'm gonna show you. I already showed this like almost in every tutorial, because sidechaining is so important. Well, at least I use it all the time. But so bass is on channel 5. So we're gonna put a fruity limiter here. Fruity limiter, I already did that. And change this to compressor, put this to 1, and tweak these two. And before that, however, we should select the kick, the channel we have our kick on. So it's this one, it's the first one. And right click this and click sidechain to this track. And after that you just do this with the limiter, because if you didn't do that, then you couldn't set this to 1. But yeah, so that means every time the kick hits, it's gonna lower the volume of the bass by the value we set here. I'm gonna show you, I can show you graphically. So bass and the kick as well. As you can see, that's sidechaining. There's a lot of tutorials. If I explain it bad, there's a lot of tutorials on YouTube, so check it out in case you didn't understand it here. But yeah, basically that's it. So let's sum it up. We have kick at -6 dB decibels, all the other sounds below that, and one bass, and all the other sounds without low frequencies. And then if we have this, well, we will have a pretty good mix. We will have a kick that's really nice, keeping the rhythm, and all the sounds just work fine. But then you may notice that your mix is kind of low volume overall, like -5 decibels overall, so that's not good. So what you actually want to have is the kick should be at 0 decibels, but it's at -6 now. So what you're gonna do is put on the master channel, which is affecting all the sounds and the whole song, you're gonna put a maximizer. And I have this maximizer, but you can just use any other. Maybe you can actually use a limiter, fruity limiter. I'm not sure, but just download some maximizer. And what it does basically is gonna raise the volume up, and it's gonna raise it by the number you set. So I set 6 decibels because our kick is -6. So you want to raise the whole song 6 decibels up, and that means that your kick will be at 0, and it always should be. So I'm just gonna enable it. So as you can see now, the kick is hitting at 0 decibels. That's where we want it to be. And then the whole song will be actually louder by 6 decibels. So now it might actually get a bit loud, so I don't know, just lower your volume if you want. So yeah, that's the difference. So you do the whole song at low volume, and then you just add that one plugin that will raise the whole song by the decibels that your kick is in minus. You know what I mean. I'm terrible at explaining things. Don't know why I do tutorials, but I hope you understand. If not, you can ask any questions, and I'm gonna try to explain it and confuse you even more. But yeah, this is basically what I use in every song. So that's pretty much what I do as far as mixing goes, and mastering as well. Mastering is basically putting this on the master channel for me, and it works great. So yeah, you might try it, and I'm sure this is how a lot of people do it. So yeah, thank you for watching, and hopefully you learned something new. Goodbye.